Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming for this press engagement. आज महिला दिवस है, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय महिला दिवस है, तो महिला शुरू करें यहाँ से। हुमा।
Sir, I'm Huma Siddiqui from the Financial Express. Can you please tell us more details about the 14 projects that the President is going to launch in Mauritius?
Uma, regarding your question about the details of the projects, there are a range of projects, development projects. India and Mauritius are very strong development partners. So details of the projects you will come to know once the visit unfolds. The visit is from 11th to 13th. You will hear of those projects when they are announced. I would request you to keep track of the visit. You will come to know the details.
दूसरा सवाल ये कि इजराइल में पहली बार ऐसा हुआ है कि एक भारतीय नागरिक की मिसाइल अटैक में मौत हुई है। उसके बाद क्या इस बात पर कुछ विचार हो रहा है कि वहां पर भारतीय लेबरर्स जाएं या ना जाएं?
Okay, Israel, we had a very unfortunate incident. We had an Indian national who passed away. After that, you would have seen that we have issued an advisory to all Indian nationals who are presently in Israel, so that they can take exercise due caution, and keep themselves in safe areas. So for their own security. And also we have established a helpline. If there is anybody who needs a help, they can contact the embassy. So, as far as people, already we have people who are there. As you know, we have over 18,000 caregivers and other people, other professionals who are there in Israel. So their safety and security is of prime concern for us. As far as this G2G agreement that you're talking about, that is still in works. So our primary focus right now is our Indian nationals who are there in Israel, who are working there, and therefore the embassy is doing its best. They've opened a helpline. We have issued an advisory for their safety and security.
So this is Ayush Sherwal from MEA, and I have two questions. One, a follow-up question on what you said. Do we know how many Indian nationals are serving with the Russian military? I guess last week you said that 20-odd people contacted you. Has the number increased since there was a death of an Indian national also?
Vedika, your question on Indians, there are 2 Indians who've passed away. We are in constant touch with the families. We are trying our best to get their mortal remains back to India as soon as possible. We are in touch with the Russian authorities. The death happened some distance away, in areas far away from the capital. So there are certain procedures to be followed. We are doing that and doing our best to bring back the mortal remains. Please.
Thank you. This is Vedika from CNN International. I have a similar question to my colleague here on how many Indians do you think are stranded in Russia after being duped? But 2 questions related to this. We have seen that the Indian embassy in Russia has come out and put out a statement on Mohammad Asfan. I want to know in what circumstances did he die and where? And when will the mortal remains of Mohammad Afsan and Hemal be handed over to their families? Thank you.
Vedika, your question on Indians, there are 2 Indians who've passed away. We are in constant touch with the families. We are trying our best to get their mortal remains back to India as soon as possible. We are in touch with the Russian authorities. The death happened some distance away, in areas far away from the capital. So there are certain procedures to be followed. We are doing that and doing our best to bring back the mortal remains.
मेरा एक सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन है रूस को लेकर ही। क्या 20 की ही तादाद अभी तक है जिन लोगों ने संपर्क किया है, या पिछले 1 हफ्ते में तादाद बढ़ी है? और वो क्या एक्टिव वॉर जोन में है, या वहाँ से अपेक्षाकृत सुरक्षित जगह पे लाए गए हैं? कितने लाए गए हैं, अगर लाए गए हैं तो?
आपने सवाल जो पूछा कि वो कहाँ पर हैं, तो जैसे हम लोगों ने कहा, पहले भी कहा इस बात से कि कई लोग को हम लोग रशियन सरकार से बातचीत करके वहाँ से हम लोग छुड़वा पाए हैं, और अभी भी हमारी बात जारी है। जो लोग वहाँ पर शेष बचे हुए हैं उसको किस प्रकार से जल्द वहाँ से रिहा करवाया जाए, रशियन आर्मी से डिस्चार्ज कराया जाए और उनको भारत वापस लाया जाए। तो ये हमारी बातचीत और ये हमारी कोशिश चल रही है, और बड़े दमखम के साथ, पूरे जोर के साथ, पुरजोर कोशिश के साथ चल रही है। पिछली बार 20 के इर्द गिर्द थे, अभी कुछ और देखे हैं हम लोगों ने, वीडियो देखा है, उससे कांटेक्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, और आपको और जानकारी हम इस मामले में आपको देंगे।
Second, can we have some details of the meeting that took place between Indian officials and Taliban in Afghanistan? There was a tweet by a former president and also by Taliban's foreign ministry spokesperson. Any discussion details on that, and also if you can give us a broader sense of our engagement with the regime in Afghanistan.
Ayushi, your question regarding Afghanistan. We have an Indian delegation led by Joint Secretary Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran in the Ministry of External Affairs. This delegation is on a visit to Afghanistan. As you are aware, India opened its technical mission in Kabul in June 2022, and since then the mission is facilitating and coordinating our ongoing humanitarian assistance endeavors. During the visit, the delegation held meetings with senior members of the Afghan authorities. The delegation also met former President Mr. Hamid Karzai, United Nations Assistance Mission in Afghanistan, officials, and members of the Afghan business community. The delegation held discussions on India's humanitarian assistance to the people of Afghanistan and also discussed use of Chabahar port by Afghan traders. India has historical and civilizational ties with the Afghan people, and these long-standing linkages will continue to guide our approach. So that is where we are on this visit of our Joint Secretary-led delegation to Afghanistan. Anyone?
Nainima from ABP Live. Continuing with the Afghanistan meeting that the Indian delegation had, the Taliban had said in the statement that India has said it wants to expand political and economic ties with them. And also, are there any plans for India to reopen some of the consulates there out of the 4 that we had in Kandahar, Mazar, Jalalabad and Herat? Thank you.
Your question about third core group meeting, you will come to know as and when this meeting is organized. It will be organized obviously in mutual consultation. Yeshi?
This is Yeshi Seli from the New Indian Express. We've seen reports where the President of Maldives has said that no Indian military soldier or civilians will be allowed to stay in Maldives beyond May 10th. So let's want your comments on the same, because we've just sent a set of civilians last month. And also, when is the third core level meeting between India and Maldives?
As you are aware, pursuant to the discussions held during the second meeting of the India-Maldives high-level core group held in New Delhi on 2nd February 2024, both sides agreed on a set of mutually workable solutions. These envisage deputation of competent Indian technical personnel to enable continued operation of Indian aviation platforms that provide humanitarian and medvac services to the people of Maldives. Accordingly, the first team has reached Maldives, as you know. So that is where it is. Take more questions there. Siddhant?
Hi sir, Siddhant from Beyond. Sir, recently we saw how India was able to nab a consignment going to Pakistan from China, which had certain contents which goes against international norms. How does India sees that nabbing the consignment? Do you plan to raise it at international forums as well, because this is violative of several global international agreements?
Siddhant, regarding your question on the consignment, Indian authorities detained a shipping consignment in Mumbai. Our experts have examined the products and the accompanying documents. and have concluded that the items are of dual use purpose. Appropriate action is being taken in this matter. Rishabh?
So Rishabh from Times Now. So we have seen in Buddha relics being sent to Thailand. In last 1 week, we have seen how Thailand has responded to this, from India. How do you see, and what's the importance that we are aiming at when it comes to India-Thailand relationship using this cultural connect?
Regarding Buddha relics, Rishabh, it's a huge occasion in India-Thai relations. As you know that we have a shared history, we share our heritage with people in Thailand, and not just Thailand, but people around Thailand in several other countries. The holy relics of Lord Buddha, along with Arihant Sariputra and Arihant Moglayan, they have been taken to Thailand on the request of the government of Thailand. In Bangkok, the relics were displayed from 24th to 3rd, almost 10 days. During these 10 days, over 1 million people came to pay homage and respect, including His Majesty the King of Thailand, the royalty, the Prime Minister, the cabinet ministers, and not just people from Bangkok, but people from various parts of the country, and people from neighboring countries also have joined. This particular, the relics which have been sent will be taken to 4 cities in Thailand. So apart from Bangkok, now the relics have been taken to Chiang Mai, where I understand over 350,000 people have already witnessed and paid their respect to the relics. From there, it will also go to Krabi and another city in Thailand, Ubon Ratcha Thani. So these 4 cities, the holy relics will be taken to these 4 cities. It is a very special occasion, very momentous occasion. Such a surge of positivity among people for India, our culture, their culture, our shared culture. There's a lot of goodwill around this gesture. In fact, I was being told that when the relics were enshrined and they were on display in the royal gardens, people around the royal gardens who have their stalls there, they refused to take money from Indian tourists as a gesture of goodwill. They were so appreciative of this gesture that we have done. So it's a very celebrated connect, a very beautiful connect, shared connect of Buddhist heritage that we share with people of Thailand and people of several other countries in the region.
Avinash Agarwal from the Asahi Shimbun. Sir, our foreign minister was on a visit to Korea and Japan. So, sir, could you please tell us something about this visit? How do you see it? About the fruitfulness? How fruitful was this visit? How important?
Avinash, your question regarding the visit of External Affairs Minister to South Korea and Japan. We had issued a press release on the visit of External Affairs Minister to South Korea. He visited Seoul on 5th and 6th to undertake the 10th India ROK Joint Commission meeting, which he co-chaired along with his counterpart, the Foreign Minister of Korea. The Joint Commission meeting was an opportunity for both leaders, External Affairs Minister and the Foreign Minister of South Korea, to review the bilateral cooperation under the India ROK Special Strategic Partnership in areas of trade, investment, development cooperation, defense and security, science and technology, culture, people-to-people exchange. So a very comprehensive review of the ongoing collaboration between the two countries were undertaken. The two sides and the two leaders also discussed common interests and concerns that we have in the shared Indo-Pacific region. External Affairs Minister also interacted with several Korean dignitaries. While in Seoul, he also called on the Prime Minister of South Korea. He met with people in he met the Indian community. He also met people, several heads of think tanks of Korea. There was several programs which brought out the strong civilizational and cultural connect that we have with South Korea. The mayor of Gimhae city, sister city of Ayodhya, he met with a delegation led by him as well. He also received a book from the revered monk Domyuk, penned by him on Korea's historical and cultural association with ancient India and with Buddhism. External Affairs Minister visited a special exhibition in Seoul showcasing India's rich Buddhist heritage at the prestigious National Museum of Korea. So if there are no more questions, then we call it a day today. Look forward to interacting with you in the next press engagement. Thank you.